So hi, one of the Good Nights podcast with Home is Where. We're going to ask some questions today. I'm going to start. So what inspired you to start the project, and what does the project name mean?
I really like emo music, and I wanted to be in a band. I had some like solo projects I was working on, and like studio acts. Like I was in like a black metal band and like stuff, but we never played live or did
Okay.
anything like that. So I really like Captain Jazz. I really love Bob Dylan, so I wanted to like mix the two. And the boys in the band and I have been friends since high school. They were in another band. They still are. And I asked Joe if he wanted to start a side project, and after that, Home is Where just sort of happened. We pulled up Connor on stage during one of our shows where we had no live songs and we didn't have a bassist, and we were like, "Oh, Connor plays bass. Why don't you play with us?" And then he kind of just stuck around, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then the name is just really good advertising because you just see it everywhere, and then subconsciously it'll make you think of the band. I even above work, there's like a plaque there that says "Home is where the heart is" or whatever. I'm like, is me.
Yeah.
It's just something you see everywhere. It also just sounds like nostalgic and super emo-y. I can just picture like a wood panel house as soon as I see it. Like you hear the name or whatever. So yeah, home is where it's just a name. I didn't really put like it wasn't like a grand statement or anything. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Whenever
fair.
I hear your band name, I think of the one Fall Out Boy lyric from
Oh, good. You're the
Polly.
first person who didn't say American football.
I haven't listened to very much American football, so that's probably
No.
why.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
get "Home is where the heart is" a lot, and I'm like, I don't know. I didn't listen to that song until like last year. I was too afraid to check out LP2 because I heard so many bad things, and I was like,
Oh.
you guys overreacted. This is all right. This isn't bad.
Mhm. Okay. That's fair.
Sorry. I will
It's no, it's okay. So congrats on your newest release, the scientific classification of stingrays. How do you feel how do you feel about the response to that singles so far?
I'm really like shocked by it more than anything because it kind of like took on a life of its own a little bit. I was not expecting. I thought like, oh yeah, like a few people would be like, yeah, this is a good song. Can't wait for the album or something like that. But it
Mhm.
turned out to reach a lot more people than I had anticipated. Any of us had anticipated. Like so, it's really cool. Like we got some people I really liked that reached out afterwards. Like Awake but Still in Bed retweeted it, and
Nice.
like Dogleg and Ian Cohen from Pitchfork, which kind of blew our
Oh
minds.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
That's
um,
big.
yeah, so that was insane. And we finally finished the record. Like it's mixed and mastered. It's just ready to get uploaded at this point. So I don't know if I'm allowed to release the day it's coming out yet because my record label might beat me. But
Oh no, not
Oh.
Knife Punch.
shout out Knife Punch.
Listen, I put in a bid of 5K for the Masters and still haven't gotten them yet, so they're
Mhm.
lacking over there.
After this, I'll leak it to you, but don't tell Danny, or I will face a thrashing.
Yeah, don't tell
Oh,
Danny.
okay.
No one's telling
Yeah.
Danny. Don't worry.
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this track?
That song, yeah. Um, I actually wrote the music to this one. For the last record we did, I wrote all the lyrics, and then me and Trace wrote the music together. But two of the songs on this record, I wrote the music and the lyrics for, and Trace helped out a good bit, like filling in like the spaces because I can't play guitar for Beans. And yeah, so I had these lyrics, and I was just like messing around on the guitar one day, and I didn't think anything of it. And then after practice, I started playing it with Trace and the guys around, and they all really liked it. And I was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, we could try something if you want." And then um, Trace figured out like a few like little just figured out a little spice to put onto it to make it a little more interesting, and then yeah, and then we were really happy with it. I think Joe said that's his favorite song to play live. So that's when
Oh
I was
wow.
like, okay, well, if you really like it, then we'll just keep it. Why not? You
Okay.
know, and I'm glad we did.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Definitely. Can you tell me where your headspace was while creating the song?
It was very it was a very political song. Um, Probably more our most like outright like I'm pissed about America bleh, song, where it's like
Mhm.
I feel like it definitely like I wouldn't say we're like an apolitical band or anything because I think politics definitely influences like the words quite a bit, whether it's a political song or not. Um, but I was just thinking about the grand scheme of late capitalism. Wrote it during Trump America. Although the song isn't a direct reference to Trump, I've got a lot of people that came up to me and are like, "Oh, I love your anti-Trump song." It's like it's not exactly uh, as much as I hate the man. Like it's not. It's about the systems that led to somebody like him getting into power
Mhm.
instead of directly like some dead Kennedys pointing the finger at Reagan kind of BS. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was yeah, it was inspired the first. It was inspired by the "I Have Dreams" song. What is it called? "Countless Rooftops." I just liked that song title a lot, and I tried to where the first line of the song comes in. It was kind of like inspired by that, and then it just consciously or subconsciously. I don't really remember like the exact like headspace I was into it, but the frustration and the it came out on the political end.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah.
All right.
All right.
Very cool.
Mhm.
So you did touch on your inspiration a little bit for the track, but were there any other bands or artists that influenced the track at all?
Yeah, I was definitely thinking like Don Martin 3 is an old Florida band, and I think I wrote that song, if I remember correctly, after I saw Shin Guard, For Your Health, and Jillian Carter live, and I was like, I want to be in a screamo band. And so, that
Yeah.
was like the sonic like influence for that was seeing them live. Was like, I want to do this. Like
That's a
this
good
is
lineup
this that
too.
was
Mhm.
oh, it was the best show I've seen, and that was I think the last like show I went out to see that I didn't play was seeing them down here before
Nice.
the end of the world.
That's a good last
But
show. Yeah.
oh, it was amazing. It was really cool. I think it was my girlfriend's first screamo show too, and
Oh my
she
god.
was like, "Wow, this is really like." She was into it. And
Yeah.
she likes screamo and stuff. But we don't go to shows too often because I'm kind of a hermit, and and unless I'm playing a show, it's really hard for me to go to concerts because I'm just not good in public spaces.
That's
So
valid.
I made the exception for that, and then we were gonna see them with Soul Glow, but unfortunately we couldn't see that. And I love Soul Glow with all my heart. They're my favorite hardcore band like ever. I love Soul Glow, but I'm very sad I got to miss them. But hopefully, if the world ever gets back to normal, I'll be able to see them.
Yeah. Yeah. When the world opens back up, everybody should be touring. So.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I'm glad we got at least one tour out of the way. Well, we did one tour. We didn't have any music released, which was not a smart idea, but played to a lot of empty rooms. But it was cool. It was still really fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So this one should go like super, super fast. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this song for new listeners in 3 words.
It's pretty good.
Cheap. Cheap. I'll let it
Okay.
slide.
Sure,
but cheap.
sure. Easy way out.
Add to playlist.
Add to play. Okay, that one's better. I like that one. I like
Yeah.
that one.
So is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while going through the track?
I don't. I definitely think it should like either like hype you up or like tick you off, like get you like, "Ugh, I'm upset about things now, So, so maybe that's like the goal. I try not to write like, I find it like I don't want it to be like a. I'm trying to find like a really less strong word, but like I don't want to like manipulate the listener into feeling a certain thing, which is why I try to write lyrically pretty abstract, even though I'm um, telling a specific like story or something like that.
Okay.
I tried to like let the listener get what they need from it or what they want more so than what I want, because I mean there's a lot of albums I really like where there's a direct like I want you to feel this but I feel this when I listen to it, or I
Yeah.
don't have like certain connections to certain things they're talking about and I can apply it to something else going on in my life. So yeah, so it's definitely like feel what you want to feel. If it makes you happy or sad, or like if you laugh at it, that's cool. But if you feel the things like getting ticked off or feeling hyped up, then that's cool too. You know,
Okay.
it's definitely a song like people like to mosh to at shows or
Mhm.
used to. Um, yeah, yeah, because our last show was like a year ago, like a
Oh my
full on
god.
like a year ago, like
Jesus.
sometime this month. So that'll be kind of surreal to like take in, like, wow, it's been a year since I've played to a bunch of sweaty kids in hoodies.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's
It's okay.
I'm-
It's okay. We're trying very hard. I think I can say this at least. We're trying to work on like a live stream, pre-recorded live stream thing,
Ooh.
which will be cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can say that much. As for date, we haven't recorded it yet. We're trying to work it out now because with my schedule, and Connor, our bassist, also lives in the night world with me. So at a totally different job than what I do. So, and then Trace lives in Orlando and has a lot of stuff going on right now. And Joe's getting married, so he's pretty busy.
Aw.
Well, congrats to
wedding
Joe.
stuff. Yeah, congratulations, Joe.
Congrats,
Woo!
Joe.
Watching this. You might be married already. But, yeah, so we're all pretty busy. I'm just really looking forward to the album coming out. I've showed it to a few people without the label knowing, and they seem to think it's pretty rad. We had been waiting. It could have gone out last year, but we wanted horns. I love horns like a lot,
Mhm.
and we just had to do no fault of anybody's. It just stuff just kept coming up to where people couldn't do it. So we went through like 5 people, and then finally, my buddy Wes Meadows from the band from A Million Bands, but he the band I know them from is I Hope So, and they run Flower Pot Records. And I
Okay.
hit them up after I listened to like 4 releases with them playing trumpet on it, and I was like, help.
Yeah.
And they knocked it out of the park. They did a great job, and so I'm really happy with it. That was all we were waiting on. So and when I heard it, I was like, oh, so worth the wait. I'll link it to
Definitely.
you guys if you want.
Yeah.
Would love that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But this part of the video is like censored for Danny. Only Danny can't watch it. Everywhere else in the world can see this.
This little
cute moment
snippet.
happening, this little camaraderie we're building.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
Alright.
Danny, if you're watching this, you just have to keep on going. I mean, the
Exactly.
image will be blurred anyway. You won't be able to see it, but you got to keep
Mhm.
going.
Mhm.
Top
Exactly.
secret FBI technology.
Mhm. So how do you feel about the growth that has happened from your debut to now? It's been quite a jump. Like, how is that?
That's crazy. We recorded to a click, which is like, what? Who does that? Oh yeah, professional people. That's who. But yeah, we wanted like the first album, first EP. I wanted it to sound like that like early like emo revival, like sounded like it was recorded in somebody's like living room. Like you could hear like the room, and I wanted it to feel like a live thing, like it was happening, and it was like yeah, I just wanted it to have like a little lo-fi kind of twist to it. But for this one, we were all definitely like, we want to make like something that sounds like it could be like, I don't know, on like MTV or something. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
watch cable, but you know, just something that could like pass in a that just wouldn't stand out in like a playlist, or just it would just sound good. I
Yeah.
just wanted to make a good album. And we went with Matt because Matt Goings produced a bunch of really good Florida bands down here. He's in the band All Gone Gray, and the thing that's we played with them live a couple times, and they're amazing live. But he also produced a band I really like called I Met a Yeti, and they're kind of like Swancore. Like, is that what it's called? Like when you're super into Dance Gavin Dance, or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. I've heard of
yeah.
them, but I haven't listened to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Swancore.
I Met a Yeti a whole lot. Daisy's an amazing vocalist and lyricist, which is stuff I'm really like drawn to. Like when it comes to that kind of thing, because if you're just like, I'm like, okay, this is cool. What are you saying though?
Yeah.
And Daisy's really good. She's also like an amazing like front person because she's also in All Gone Gray. She's like her and Matt like switch back and forth on vocals and stuff, and it's chef kiss. It's beautiful. So that was like a big. As soon as I heard their record, I was like, Matt has to produce this. Like, there's no one else
Yeah.
that could like. And plus, Matt knew us too. Like, he knew from playing with us, and like understands the genre a lot too.
Yeah.
Like emo music and like punk and all that stuff. Which not that Cole, the the person who did our EP, didn't. But like Matt, that was like his culture, you know. Like he's got like Amber Lynn posters in the room we were recording in and stuff, and just like yeah, like we were recording under a picture of Sum 41,
Okay.
Oh my God.
gazing down on us, judging the entire time, and we just had to do it for Sum 41.
The Sum
Yeah,
41
exactly.
gods.
Yellow
Mhm.
card.
Okay.
What's the difference? I don't care.
The yellow card
but-
gods were watching.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Yellow Card.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
The biggest
I remember
influence on the
your one
record.
song.
So we keep on talking about this album, and we've been beating around the bush. What can we expect from it? What can you tell us without Danny getting mad?
Oh, geez, I don't know. Very irritable person, but it's like a definitely more folk rock influenced. I
Okay.
mean, the last record kind of had like folky tinges, but there's actually like acoustic guitar on this record.
Mhm.
I wrote this record working midnights at another job, at a gas station, binge listening to the deluxe version of Beck's One Foot in the Grave. I was super into that album for whatever. Like, that album was like the album I was listening to while me and my girlfriend were falling in love before we were dating. Like,
Oh,
And,
adorable.
It's pretty cute.
and so that was just like the soundtrack for my life when I was writing that album. The album coming up. So that was like a big thing. I was also super into reading about Scientology escape stories, and the record is kind of inspired by Scientology. It's definitely heavily about my like gender identity, which is like a big theme of the record. Is coming to terms with that I'm not a cis person, which was kind of a lot to go through once you figure that out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was So that's definitely like a big thing about it. The record originally started. I wanted to make like a total ripoff of the Brave Little Abacus demo,
Mhm.
and sample a bunch of stuff from Ed, Ed and Eddie, and like make a concept album about Rolf from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Uh-huh.
Somehow it got turned into transgender Scientology. It was a wild road. I had an
Yeah,
crazy-
That's so
So-
strange.
it's like a hard right turn. but-
big time. Yeah, I went in. I wanted to do one thing, and then my brain was like, "Nope, you got to deal with this
Complete
now." bud."
180.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, without a doubt. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it
Well,
was
will
intense.
the
We
next
s-
record
still
be
kept some of the Ed and Eddie references, though, just out of like what could have been.
Mhm.
okay? Will the next record be that concept album we all need now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be about me falling in love with Bob Dylan and us running away together to Memphis, Tennessee, and squatting in Graceland without
Oh my
anybody
God.
knowing.
That's really
That's so
hot.
romantic.
I'm so
Wow.
excited.
I'm very excited for that as well.
It'll be
So-
black metal too, which will make it even crazier.
That's even better.
That's a twist. Okay.
A little bit, just a slight bit of Nightcore.
Oh my God, Nightcore as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
We're
we're just
bringing
gonna
it.
do it all. We're gonna throw everything at the fan. You know.
Okay, so dubstep, EDM. Are we doing
Yeah,
that as well?
Why not? Why not? Yeah, we'll put
Okay.
some juggalo
They said they're doing
crap in there,
everything.
too.
I know.
Everything. Every
Sample
genre.
every song ever made and play it at once.
Mhm.
It's an interesting creative decision.
Yeah, and the album cover is gonna be this right here, like you guys, right here, right now.
Oh my God.
Only a matter of time until our faces
I'll
are on
remember
it.
this. I'll screenshot this. I'll have my CIA man screenshot this,
hmm
and this is the album cover right here. Thank
Alright.
I'm
you.
very excited.
Of course.
Are you gonna Photoshop Bob Dylan in as well?
No, that'll be the back cover. That'll be the back cover.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's.
Okay.
I'm very excited, and I'm also very honored. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you guys could be part of it.
Yeah, so
Been a
exciting.
dream of mine.
Sorry, so where do you see the project in the next 5 years?
Probably broken up. We're an emo band. We don't have that much time on this.
No.
I can't stand these emo bands giving us these answers, man.
Am I not the only one to give that answer who plays sad Midwest music who's not from the Midwest?
Ogbert the Nerd hit me with the same answer.
Shout out Ogbert the Nerd.
Love Ogbert.
I fucking love Ogbert the Nerd. Madison is such a sweetheart. I was actually talking to them not too long ago. I love Madison.
Hell yeah.
I haven't met anybody else in that band, but I'm sure you're really cool too if you make jams that good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Glory lagged out for that interview.
Oh my god.
I interviewed
everything
all four
died.
of them.
Everything, like my Wi-Fi died, then my power went out, and then my phone died, and I managed to text Shane like, "Hey, I don't think I can make it for the interview." It was great. It was really cool.
I actually missed that one, so I'll actually watch that when I have free time at work tonight because I'm interested. I like you guys. Like I genuinely think you guys are really cool. I liked your
Thank you.
what you call it? Oh my god, I'm having a total brain fart. Your Arms Are My Cocoon interview. That was awesome.
I thought
Thank
you were
you.
gonna say that one.
Thank you.
Good job,
That's another
Shane.
one that Glory lagged out on.
My Discord died, and then my computer died, and so it's a theme.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Well, I'm glad you can make it tonight. It was really cool.
Me too. I was looking forward to this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, shout out Your Arms Are My Cocoon. They're
Hell yeah.
cool. We made the best album last year and changed the shape of the game. I don't know what we're gonna do
Definitely.
after. I tried telling Tyler because we're like me and Tyler are buddies. Me, him, and the dudes from Rookie Card are like all in a group chat and we talk like all the time. And I like told Tyler, I was like, like you made like a seminal album, right? Like you made an album that like people are gonna talk about like 40 years from now. I was like, that was a classic. Like I told him that it's like that was like 2020. Other than all the horror, when it comes to like DIY emo, it was like the year of Your Arms Are My Cocoon. You couldn't
It was.
escape it even if you wanted to. You know, I don't.
Literally came
I have
out of
good
nowhere.
taste, don't want to, but
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, and he sent me like a few, one or two new songs, and I'm like, dude, let me have my moment, and then
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, they
Give
came
me a
out
little
literally
grace
nowhere
period.
though. Like there was no Your Arms Are My Cocoon, and then the EP dropped, and it was still like kind of silence. Like I saw it on the timeline, and then like a couple weeks later, everyone was talking about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, it's time to get this person on the podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, Tyler's a hoot. You funny as hell.
Yeah,
I love his.
he got me to meow on the podcast, so.
Yeah, I know. It's very interesting.
Oh, absolutely not. Never do that again. Never do that again. It's disgusting. Yeah.
Like it was kind of awkward, but disgusting. That's so harsh.
I'm sorry.
If they want to be like a cat person, that's like a thing now, right? That's
It
like
is.
the thing I see.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Twitter people who are like, I'm a cat person, meow.
Yeah.
My girlfriend told me she'd break
Do
up
it.
with me if I turned into a cat boy, so we're not allowed to do that.
I'm not gonna make any judgments here. As long, everything's cool. I believe that cringe is a social construct. I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
So, do what I'm genuine. Cringe isn't real. Like unless you're like exploiting somebody
Mhm.
or harming somebody or being like an absolute bigot. Like what is cringe? Just watching somebody have fun. Like
Mhm.
it's dumb. I don't like the word cringe. I think it's pretty lame. As somebody
Valid.
who is uber cringe, I think cringe is pretty lame.
I agree.
Valid.
Oh, I
This
need
is-
coffee.
This is you, Shane.
Did we do the 5-year question? I honestly forget.
Yes.
We did. We did.
Okay,
That was
so
you.
for the last couple questions, we're actually gonna shift away from music and go straight to death row. Yeah, hit me with the boom, Glory. Thank you.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Boom again.
On death row. I'm trying to think of like some smart ass answer, but I'm kind of hungry right now, so I'm just like thinking of like actual food to eat. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so I'm like, I just started eating this Nana while you guys while you guys called, and so let me think. The last thing I want to eat is the sweet taste of freedom.
Powerful.
Okay. And a drink with that?
Liberty.
What flavor is freedom and what flavor is liberty? Can you?
Freedom is like a cherry slushy.
Oh.
From Circle K,
Hmm.
and then Liberty is the blue slushy from the
Okay.
Circle K. But it's
Yeah.
broken. You can't get it.
Oh.
It's like, always.
Yeah.
Always.
Wow.
Like the McDonald's
That's powerful.
self-serve machine.
Sincerely, for death row, probably just breakfast. Like if I'm gonna go like a real answer, like I love breakfast food, so probably just like eggs, bacon, pancakes. Although I'm trying to get off the animal products, it's very hard.
Yeah.
Right now I'm on it, so I will say eggs and bacon, even though like inside I'm like, why? But yeah, and like coffee, and then I don't know. I really wish I had like a clever, like smart ass, like, oh, I'll eat like a turkey that has like a key in it, and then I'll just but
Yeah.
I just woke up. I'm hungry.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Mhm.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
I need that support. I wish more interviewers would be like, you're doing fine.
Oh. Okay. So, if you could live in one fictional world for a week,
Twin Peaks.
where
Twin Peaks.
Twin
Without a doubt, Twin Peaks or
Twin
Springfield.
Peaks.
I was ready for this question. I saw
Okay.
this one, like two Simpsons, Springfield, or Twin Peaks. I don't want to live anywhere else. But
Okay.
I don't want to be involved in the mischief of Twin Peaks. I just want coffee and donuts. I don't want Black Lodge haunting
Mhm.
sad family members possessed by spiritual beings. I just want cozy Twin Peaks life where I'm just like, oh, that Laura Palmer girl died. That's sad. And then just
That's
go
a shame.
about, like, uninterrupted.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. That's
All right.
wonderful. All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was very excited for that question.
Oh no, it's okay.
Inside of a TV.
It's all good.
Uh,
All good.
so if you could live in one, no,
Oh,
fuck.
homie. Last
My
one.
brain is breaking. It's way too late at night for this. I have
All
the
good.
honor, I
Don't
have
have
the,
So you're straight. You're one step above me.
I have the honor of asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to have said the most important question. What's your favorite color?
This changes a little bit. I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
say like the thing that's always been a staple is I really like blue.
Ooh.
And I also found out recently, thanks to TikTok, which is giving me more of an education than don't know how many years in the public school system and a little bit in private school because I got kicked out of Catholic school. So that was fun. Yeah, I'm learning way more. I just found out blue barely exists. Like blue
Yeah.
is barely like a color, which I did not know. Which is
Isn't it
insane.
like a reflection of like something
Yeah,
in our
something like-
eye? Yeah.
Yes, science jargon, but yeah, pretty
Mhm.
much. Like I don't know but yeah, I guess we barely perceive it, which is
Yeah.
or like it barely exists. Yeah, it's one of those weird things.
Something
where
like that, yeah.
where we end and the real world begins. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's really cool. But I think like my all-time like favorite is like when it's like sunset or like sunrise and you got like that little bit of blue, but you also got like that pink and orange
Mhm.
and like purple. Yeah, that's my favorite color. Whatever kind of yogurt sky that is, that's my favorite color.
That's wonderful. I love that. Yogurt
Alright.
Sky. That's a song name.
Yeah,
That
as
is-
long as like you can have like the Appleseed cast playing in the background, and that's all that'll add to like my favorite color. It's like
Okay.
yeah, very cool,
Oh, yeah.
good
good.
stuff.
Mhm.
So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Yeah, I have a album coming out called "I Became Birds." It'll be out on Fudge. I don't know if I can say the date yet. When does this come out?
Like a
Um,
month?
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Is it a month
Okay,
yet?
Yeah, it'll
No,
be
it's
out,
like a week.
Oh, a week?
Oh.
We're at a week now. Yeah, a week.
Yeah, this is probably going to come out next week. I've only got one interview
Sorry.
stashed up, so
Oh, yeah, we're at that. Yeah.
It'll be out.
when it comes out.
It'll be out before spring break.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it'll be out. It's called "I Became Birds." It's on Knife Punch Records. Knife Punch Records, and I'm kidding. I love you, Danny. But God, they're gonna message me like, why? What did I do?
Oh my god.
You know what you did. You won't let me leak the album. You're making me be professional about this
Mhm.
stuff. You want to send it to critics and build playlist hype, and I just want the people to hear it. The masses deserve this album.
Exactly.
Playlist
Well,
hype.
yeah. Yeah, so we got the record coming out, and then we got the live stream, which I have no idea when that'll be, but hopefully, knock on wood, that'll be out at some point and actually get done. And then yeah, so if you like emo music about drawing similarities between discovering your gender identity and escaping Scientology, then you know where to come.
It's on.
Perfect pitch.
I love that.
Well,
There we
thank
go.
you for sitting down with us. This has been Home is Where, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.